Rocco says, Aaron, have you pressed your suit yet? Bro, I got that shit all dry, cleaned and everything, like right after the plea deal was done. Are you kidding? I had my outfit picked out. Chad Buzamok says, blue wedding suit for court. No, I think I'm going to go, I think I'm going red, or I might go like a charcoal shirt with it. I got some combinations I got to try out. I got a lot of options. The whole closet is at my disposal. We'll see how I come out of it. Chad Buzamok says, you said you just said you had it picked out. I know, but I'm still waffling a little bit in my head. I have the one picked out but I might mix and match a little bit. I haven't decided if I'm just going to go uniform or if I might around a little bit. Hulkamasha Baby says, any retard can look good in fitting clothes. Yeah, but you know which retard looks the best? This retard. Oodles of Toodles says, after sentence lunch meetup at Stoney's. I got a couple things that I'm thinking of doing after we're all done. I got a few people that maybe want to do some things. We'll see. We'll see. I'll be honest, I'm just happy that it's all coming to an end, you know? I'm just I'm just glad that it's all coming to an end and tomorrow seems pretty straightforward, you know? I'll tell you this, you ever find yourself in trouble, don't skimp on the attorney. Pay for a real good attorney. They take care of everything. They make sure it all goes smooth. Could not be happier. Could not be happier. No power windows, not for probably 2 years. Probably not for 2, but for the rest of my life for me. If you ask me, for the rest of my life. It will all be addressed in my officially written speech for tomorrow. It will be read in, I'll read it into the record and you'll be able to gloss over it. Martin has past convictions for aggravated robbery and being a felon in possession of a firearm. You see what it takes? This is why people who go, I hope the child goes to jail. Do you know what it takes to go to jail in Minnesota? I'm not even talking prison. I'm talking like 364 days and under jail in Minnesota. And even when they sent, like I've been in court when guys have been sentenced for like their 4th or 5th DWI. Last guy I saw get jail time, he had 4 DUIs. And he had his 4th DUI and he got 30 days. 30 days in county, and he got to serve them on weekends. So he still got to work. He would go in Friday. He would get let out Sunday, and you do that 10 times, and you got your 30 days served. Like Minnesota, it's really, really hard to go to jail. I mean, and this guy, he got 5 years. He had aggravated robbery, felon in possession of a firearm, felonies committed before that, stealing bullets, like all of that. They still gave him 5 years for a weapons possession conviction on top of all that, and he would have been out in 2. So Minnesota, it's really hard to go to jail in Minnesota. Gosh darn it, we all just believe in second chances out here, aren't we? Aren't we just a bunch of Swedes? Aren't we just a bunch of Scandinavians? Optic sending a text says, I hope tomorrow works out for you. Seems like it's just procedure. Just about. They just, look, man, the system wants to clear these cases. They just want to give, I will say a lot of us with our exposure, whether it's my case or whether it's other cases, everyone has this grandiose idea, and I did too. Everyone has this grandiose idea of like what happens with court or what happens with the criminal process and everything else. You have these ideas of what's going to happen, and it's not like that. I mean, it's very businesslike. It's very, here's what we have. Here's the thing. Here's what the thing says we should do. All right, let's move on to the next. Everyone who's involved in this process thinks that they're the only ones going through it. They have a full day of shit that they have to clear out. The system does not have time to, make everything a Law and Order SVU episode. And there's no like magic words. There's no like, oh, you can do this and that, and then it'll work like this. No, it's all pretty much, it's pretty IKEA. You know, it's pretty made to assemble and put together and move along the assembly line, you know? Because we thought it was like this, I thought it was this magic word. I thought I had all these magic tricks and everything. Like, hey, like number one, the photo doesn't exist. Nobody can produce the photo. And they go, yeah, that doesn't matter. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Well, Gino says it did. Well, Gino isn't testifying, therefore the picture doesn't. And they go, yeah, that's why they're offering you a deal. Oh, okay, understandable. So it's very assembly line. It's very just like, all right, we do this, now we do this, now we do this. You know, those moments where you think that you're going to have that Mariska Hargitay or Sam Waterston in the courtroom. Those don't exist. Those aren't real. Or that, well, I mean, you saw it in my case. They maybe charged him with more so they can get him to plead to less. You know, I believe in my case that the felony came just as a cudgel to make sure I said yes to the misdemeanor. I mean, that wouldn't be the first time that that's happened in a court of law. You don't charge someone with the thing you want to get them on. You gotta, unfortunate. And that doesn't mean anyone in the system is bad. That's just the way the system is. That's the way it is everywhere. That's the way it is all over the place. Is they overcharge, scare the shit out of you, plead to this, walk away, call it a day. It's deal making 101. Oh, also, this is a great time to point this out too. You know, all the lawyers on TV and they're all, Richard Gere and Primal Fear. Yeah, they don't exist. Like the really good attorneys they're not even all Johnny Cochran, they're this guy, I thought, like, when I met Todd, I'm like, Todd's like one of the most premier criminal defense attorneys in Minnesota. And you're like, oh my God, is he going to be like, Jim Carrey? Well, not Jim Carrey and Liar Liar, but like this charismatic. And they're just really smart guys who know how this system works. They've developed relationships. They know how to, get the wheels moving and everything else. They're really more clinical. You have this idea from watching TV and movies that it's going to be, we're going to, big cigar smoking guy, we're going to take care of this and we're going to do that. And it's way more calculated and, like I said, clinical than that. Most of your surgeons are not Stephen Strange. Most of your doctors and surgeons are really more Rain Man than anything else. Anonymous Fake Dono says the judge and prosecutor are ready to wrap up and release Aaron. Then he reads his apology letter and they end up arresting him. No, that can't happen. Becoming a member for 2 months says, happy for you that this will be done tomorrow. Prost. Yes. My family's very excited for it too. Everyone in my life is very excited. I told them what I plan on doing tomorrow. They were incredibly supportive of it. I only told one kind of internet person what I plan on doing tomorrow. And that one internet person did give me like, oh, are you sure? Because, you could, and it was kind of like they were coming at it from an internet point of view. And I went, look, I think this is the right thing for me. I think this is the right thing for my peace, for my happiness. I think this is the right thing for my family. I think this is the right example to set for my children, blah, blah, blah. And because their answer was, yeah, but what about the internet? And blah, blah, blah. I was like, and then I listed off, my family, my loved ones, my friends, my children. They're like, yeah, you know what? That's kind of a better reason to do it. I'm like, okay, thank you. Making speech free again says done tomorrow. Yes, done tomorrow. The case is over with tomorrow. And I put the whole thing behind me, which is nice. All right, we have one more Nick. There's some people who aren't big Toe fans who don't like that either. That triggers the out of them that I go, I'm walking away from it. I'm all done after tomorrow. No, you can't be. I'm not ready for you to be. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like, that's how I hear it. And I'm like, yeah, that's not my problem. There's a lot of people who I don't know, who I've never met in my entire life, who are like constantly online and they're like yelling what they wish were true at me, thinking if they yell it loud enough, it will become true. And like, they want me to do something about it for them. I'm like, I don't know how else to tell you this. I'm not thinking about you. This sounds like a personal problem. You're going to have to deal with that. I'm not your father. Nova says, is it still going to be only $50? Yeah, my attorney said the deal is still intact. There's always been, like, there could be court fees. Usually when you start probation, there is a fee that you either pay up front or you pay at the end. And that I don't know if I'll either have to pay it in 2 years or a year. I think it's going to be either a year or 2 years. I personally, here's what I think. I think because of the violation, which we're fighting, and it's bullshit. They might just go, look, the conditional release is over anyway. Like, as soon as I show up for court tomorrow, the conditional release is over. So they may just go, all right, let's just start the probation and all that stuff. But it may be, like, it could take it from a year to 2 years. The max they can do for probation is 2 years. So we didn't agree on exactly what it would be. My attorney and I just assumed it would be, we just assumed the max, you know, we just went, we'll assume the max, you know, doesn't hurt. So that may just guarantee that. As far as the fine goes, yeah, I was told that everything's still intact. So that's what I know, my brother. I love this. Doom Goes evening show still on for tomorrow. I think so. I think I'm going to do a show tomorrow because it's early enough. Like, if I want to go out or I want to do something to celebrate this all being over, I still can do it after the show. I'd feel kind of lazy if I took tomorrow night off. But Who What says, Doom, he's accepted a plea of 30 years in prison, but they'll allow him to stream from the cell, so there should be a program.